as long as I can remember, since I was a child, I loved cars. From my matchbook cars to magazines, always wanted to be part of the car world. I've always researched and chased the right car that is original, that has documentation, that has history. I love all kinds of cars, and I've chased them all around this country. I have a very unique career path, as I've only had one job in my entire life. I've been with Domino's Pizza for 38 years. Started with them as a driver and worked myself up all the way from every rank to the executive vice president of the corporate operation in America. And then I franchised a franchise in 2012. So Domino's has allowed me such successes and such blessings, and they're the reason I am where I am today.
Asi is the best kind of collector. Someone that not only has the financial resources to buy certain automobiles, but to buy the specific ones that they want and that they love and that they'll be proud to own. You've got American muscle cars, you've got European exotics from just about every manufacturer. If you like Porsches, if you like Mercedes-Benz, if you like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, BMWs, this is the kind of collection you're really going to love. And the examples that he owns are some of the finest that we've ever seen.
When I was a young man, my mother bought me a brand new Trans Am because she saw how much I loved cars and how hard I worked and how focused I was on my future. And that inspired me to collect more and more and more cars. My first car myself was a 1982 Corvette. So I've had a Corvette in my garage since 1982.
He has two 2019 ZR1s, a coupe and a convertible. The most powerful Corvettes, production Corvettes, that have ever been built. Then you have the 2016 Z06, another landmark car, because prior to that 2019 ZR1, this was the most powerful production Corvette that you could buy, 650 horsepower. This is the C7R edition.
And then C8, who doesn't want the new C8, the mid-engine? Been waiting for that forever. And I got the triple black convertible.
He has a selection of the CRC cars, the Moyer cars. They, of course, are the late model platforms with the classic bodies. These cars are beautifully engineered. They are prepared just in an outstanding way here in his collection. And again, he's not a purist to own cars like this. He just loves Corvettes, and these are cars that certainly represent that passion.
What excites me about European cars as much as any other car is the thought process. That's somebody's vision that they were drawing on a piece of paper with clay, and now it's standing in front of me. So I've always loved those older European cars. Just the engineering, just the lines, just the beauty of those cars just mesmerizes me because they're art. To me, cars are art.
Asi's collection certainly has not overlooked any of the real desirable European makes that are out there today. Ferrari, Lamborghini, some of the highest performance Mercedes-Benz street automobiles ever built. And you can see that these cars that he selected have not only been maintained and detailed, but many of them are super low mileage. They're cars that are almost showroom new, and that's kind of cool. The 2011 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, that was the first Mercedes that was built by the in-house AMG division. And that car is a monster, 563 horsepower, 0 to 60, just over 3 seconds. And the engineering about this car is just mondo biondo, as I like to say. The first Mercedes with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic as well. It really was a technological advancement for Mercedes.
And Mercedes is one of my favorite brands. And SLR was one of my dream cars growing up. And I'm fortunate enough to have both now, the coupe and the convertible, along with the glowing SLSs.
Let's go to that 2020 Mercedes-Benz AMG GTR, a true race car for the street, a ferocious automobile, 577 horsepower. And I also think that color is so distinctive. It's like a satin green that really just fries your eyeballs. And this car is such an accomplished performance automobile that it comes with a factory-installed roll cage, just to give you an idea of what the car is capable of.
I have chased the GT500s for a long time. And the two that I do have, I chased those two particular cars for 1 year and 1 month. These were Carroll Shelby owned and Carroll Shelby restored cars, all documented with titles in Shelby's name.
Almost gives you goosebumps to look at these cars and know that Carroll Shelby once had his name on the titles.
Who doesn't want a 429 Boss in their collection? And Grabber Blue. The reason I always wanted Grabber Blue because I have magazines that I've collected with Grabber Blue on its cover. I said, one day I'm gonna find the right Grabber Blue. The car is absolutely jewelry, and I just love it to death.
It's in Grabber Blue, the #1 color for anybody collecting Boss 429s. And these cars, as we have seen over the years, just keep escalating and escalating in value.
And then if you have a 429, you gotta get a 302. And again, how do you find the right 302 that is fully either original or restored? It is restored to nut and bolt with full documentation with 107 miles on the odometer.
They are certainly the epitome, shall we say, of Mustang performance back in the golden age of muscle. Back in 2005, who can forget when Ford reintroduced the Ford GT? I think that anybody that loves what the Ford GT did back in the 1960s can appreciate what Ford did in the mid-2000s. I think Asi is a role model for any young man today or young lady who loves automobiles and dreams someday of owning some of those cars. He is an example of what is possible.
I know I'm going to have a very hard time finding this caliber of cars in the future. I want to enjoy the moment of having them cross the block and people hopefully going crazy over them. These cars need to be seen. They need to be seen together. To see what I've done for the last 15 years of my life and how much love and passion and work has gone into collecting these cars.